Welcome back to another episode of the Steve Reynoso podcast. Today, I got content creator Pway with me.
What's up, man? Appreciate you for having me.
Of course. How we doing, brother?
I'm good. How you doing yourself?
Good. I appreciate you taking the drive out to see me.
Of course.
We got connected through Reynoso, and I thank him so much. He's really been just helping me, putting me on a ton of game, helping me connect with other content creators, and it's been a pleasure. We got to chat for a little bit before the cameras turn on,
Right.
and I'm excited to have this conversation, get to know a little bit more about what you're doing and why you're doing it. I think that's the most interesting part that I really like to dive deep on is what initially got you interested in content.
I feel like, to be honest, like I never really got to be a kid for real. So like doing content kind of like let me be like, like I still have that little, child side of you a little bit that you could express to people that are also kind of like, because you got to grow up at one point, but me doing content kind of let me express my little childhood a little bit through it. You know what I'm saying? My little childish ways, I can still express them through content. Because, as you get older, people want you to be more like closed off and be more like, oh, I'm an adult now and I can't joke around a little bit. So I feel like with content, I get to kind of still express that side of me a little bit.
Of course. So if you don't mind me asking, how come you didn't really get to be a kid?
Kind of like how I grew up and stuff like that. Everybody dealt with like different hands. Like in the hand I was dealt with, like when I was born, a year later, like my pops was able to move away to America, right? So then it was just me, my mom, and my two sisters, and my half brother and stuff. So then growing up like that, it kind of made you not be able to fully be a kid because you have to deal with reality. So at a young age, I had to deal with reality. So kind of like it made me kind of like not fully be a kid. I was a kid, but at the same time, I was aware of what's going on. So I can't get it fully be a kid.
You felt like you were already the man of the house at a young age.
For
like
sure,
you had to take over.
Yeah.
And that's definitely a burden that not everybody has to go through and not everybody understands what it's like.
Right.
And I like that the way you described it, how you're pretty much expressing yourself through your content now, which is really cool. And just getting to enjoy that kid side of you.
Right.
Because I think one thing about adults nowadays is that we try to let go of that kid side so bad. Like, you gotta grow up. You gotta stop being a child. But I feel like keeping that side of you is really keeping that human side, because kids are the ones that dream. Kids are the ones that are always happy. Kids are the ones that are joking around, don't take everything as serious, and they take life for face value at the moment.
Yeah.
So I feel like as adults, we need to stop telling people to grow up too quick. I feel like the best people in life are when they're 60, 70, 80 and they're still laughing, joking like they're kids,
Yeah, exactly. You still have that side of you that's like wasn't like taken away from you.
That young spirit.
Yeah, because being a kid, like that's where you get your imagination, your creativity, all that from. So I feel like when you fully take that away, I feel like you become like a robot in a way. You know what I'm saying? You can mature, handle your business, pay your bills, and do whatever adults got to do, but also be kind of like loose and enjoy your own company, enjoy, expressing yourself and stuff like that. But like,
yeah, I like how you said it, expressing yourself and being creative, because that's one thing. I've said it on a few other episodes before. I felt like at one point in my life, I stopped dreaming, but it was just like that. Like, because life, if you live life how the world tells you to live it, you go to school, you get a job, your kid mentality dies off, of course. You know what I mean? You turn into a robot. You're doing the 9 to 5. You're going through the regular, like, in and outs of life. But if you stay creative, if you're creating content, creating a business, whatever it is creating, I feel like that kid mentality still lives, and that happiness and joy still lives. That's why I tell everybody, like, if content's your dream, pursue it. If business is your dream, pursue it. Whatever's your dream, pursue it, and like feed into that like emotional hunger from your kid. I don't know, because it's like,
most definitely.
Like I said, it's where the dreams are made. Like,
because like think of it like this, like when we as kids and you used to ask, like teachers used to ask you like what you want to be when you grow up. Everybody was like, yo, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be this. I want to be that. By the time it gets like 18, they're like, at this point, if life goes this way, like, that's what it is. I don't really care no more. I'm gonna give me this job. I'm, find me a little spot and blah blah blah. And you can start to see that they're losing themselves because like they're like settling for what the world wants you to be. Versus like if you still keep that kid side of you, you can still imagine, you can still create, you can still, you know what I'm saying, go after what you want, because a kid is rebellious. And sometimes with your goals, you gotta be rebellious, because sometimes people want stuff from you in their eyes, but everybody don't see the vision that you got. So you're gonna have to be able to like be a little rebellious and kind of like nah, that's not what I want to do. I want this for myself, and then go after it.
Yeah, I really liked how you described that, just because it makes a lot of sense. Like, we hear it day in and day out.
Right.
People turn 18, even younger sometimes, and their dreams are gone. They're shot. They believe in what the world is telling them, and in the sense of being rebellious, you got to fight back, bro.
Yeah.
I've said this so many times, time and time again. It's like, before you even create something for yourself, if you're a big dreamer, let's say for me, I want to have 1 million followers on YouTube and have my podcast be one of the biggest in the world.
Right.
I need to envision that and see that before anybody else. I need to believe in that before anybody else comes and believes in my process. Because if I don't believe in my own dream, nobody else is going to be it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's honestly really sad. And like I said, we see it every day that people just stop dreaming, and they're fine. And they get into that middle ground where it's like, all right, if I don't achieve this, if I don't achieve that, it's all right. Like, I'm good just being this or being that. It's like, because I genuinely think everybody has the power to be the greatest in the world.
Right.
You know, you just don't take the action towards that. Because what people don't understand, but what you definitely understand, is like, it is difficult to be great.
Yeah,
it is way harder than being comfortable and being easy and just going through the ropes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just to create content. In general, it is difficult. You're up against hundreds of thousands of other people doing it. You got to post every day, and you got to post at a high level and execute at a high level. And I think, like, what I always say is, people who've never posted content, people who've never tried to be a content creator, really don't understand the game.
They don't.
One thing I wanted to ask you is, where, because you said your dad moved here to the U.S., so where are you originally from?
I'm from a country called Togo. It's located in West Africa. Yeah, that's where I was born at.
How long did you live over there for?
Till like 8, 9, around there.
Yeah.
I came over here.
How was that? How was that experience? Yeah, and the transition.
The transition was different because it's like a whole different world.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a whole different world. But I'll say they both taught me different things. Like, I feel like America kind of teach you that America make you kind of like understand life for what it is. And I feel like back home, like, everything's more kind of like authentic more than, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more authentic. People are more like I wouldn't say more real, but people are more like true to themselves. Where over here is like, I feel like it's more like people acting too much. Like, it's too much acting going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I feel like it's like a whole different world. It's a whole different side of, you know.
Yeah.
World.
I could definitely understand that. It was something we spoke about before the cameras turned on. I'm Dominican, and my parents used to send me to Dominican Republic for the entire summers. We lived out there for a few years, and what I could agree on is just, like, first, from the food standpoint.
Yeah, food way better.
Way better and way more natural, you know. And then from the people standpoint, there's nobody really ever trying to do you dirty in a sense. Yeah. You know, like, people are, like you said, you're getting the people for face value. Like, it's the genuineness. I feel like over here, people try to take advantage of others to see what they could gain out of them, to try to get ahead of life. And that's, like, the first time you might experience that.
I feel like over here, you're, like, directly fighting a system. When over there, it's like, you don't even mind there's a system. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though there's a system anywhere, you don't really even be aware there's a system. Over here, it's like, you're aware that, like, this is what's going on. Like, okay, he coming around me because he probably need this or he need that. Like, back home, like, my shoes could be ripped. Your clothes ripped. Like, you my boy. Yeah. Over here, it's like, your shoes ripped, your clothes messed up. People don't even want to be around you. Like over there, it's not like that. It's like, everybody rock with you because they rock with you. Not because you got this money or you got this or you doing this. Like, they rock with you because they rock with you. But over here, like, it's like, they only rock with you if you're doing something or you're somebody. Which makes sense, though, because how the system over here is built. You know what I'm saying? You can't waste your time on people that ain't really doing shit over here.
Yeah.
You know, so over there, you can just mess with them because you mess with them.
Yeah.
It's different.
No, it's funny you put it that way, because the perception of people and, like, how people perceive you,
right,
like you said, is super important over here.
Yeah.
Which is why I think we see it all the time on social media, that people are always either flexing money, flexing cars, flexing stuff that half the time they don't even really have. The cars are rented, the money and the chains are fake, and, like, they're putting on this persona and able to sell something else on the back end, whether it's a course, whether it's a lifestyle, and just sell this amplified version of themselves, because that's pretty much what the system set in place to say, this is what the people want, this is what they want to see. Because even nowadays, like, this is something I talk about a few times on this podcast, is like, I know my podcast isn't necessarily going to go viral off the beginning, because I'm not here to flex on anybody. I'm not here to show people how to make a crazy amount of money. I'm just here to talk about real life stuff, real life struggles, real life come ups as well. Just because, not like, I understand I'm just a regular human being, you know? And I hopefully throughout my journey, I want to inspire others. And then if I create something great, they could see the journey from the beginning and be inspired. Like, dude, this is just a regular guy. If he could do it, I could do it too.
Kind of motivating others that, you know, give them a little like motivation to go after what they want. Most definitely. That's the goal though. Like, I feel like with anything you're trying to do, even though it's for yourself, you always want to be like, how could I do it where it's like, okay, I could give him a little game on how to do it. Because when you could do something by yourself, it's cool, but like, who else are you inspiring, or who else are you getting involved? Because that's how you really grow, when you start getting others involved. So who else are you affecting by doing this? So that's the main factor. Yeah,
and I like how you said, who else are you getting involved? Because it was a conversation I was having with my boys yesterday, which is, I don't want to make it to the top, and let's say monetarily, financially, where I'm a multi-millionaire, or I have like money and I don't even need to care about it. Like, it's no fun if I'm on the beach on vacation alone 24/7, you know. I want to be up there with you guys so we could all enjoy it. You know, that's what it's great. And even we were talking about it a little bit before. Like, it's great meeting people like you, Ren, any other creators I've had on here, because you have the mindset of, I want to create content and I want to live off my content. So it's like, we're all in the same boat together, all in the same process. And it's great to be able to connect with you. And most of the time I create a friendship with the guests I have on, which is honestly truly a blessing. And it's like, it's something I say all the time. Again, it's I would have never imagined it. I told you I started my podcast last November. I think the first episode might have dropped the last week of August. But I would have never imagined it. At that point, I had 0 followers, 0 eyes on me. It's something Ren said in his last episode. Like, you start from 0, you know? So you got nothing to lose. It's only one way to go from here, and it's up.
It's up, most definitely. That's a good way to look at it. But, you know, for somebody that started a podcast a year ago, this looked like something that's been around for like 5 years. So you got to give yourself a round of applause for that, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's definitely something me and my dad were working on the back end. Like, my dad's always just been a psychopath in the sense of like, it's been a blessing because I get to see him grow. Like, it was something we talked about too. He came from nothing. Like, I'm talking about sticks and leaves, like, just where he was in DR, very underdeveloped. He didn't have many opportunities, if any opportunities, you know what I mean? He made the most of it. He grinded. He came here to America and then gave us literally an opportunity of a lifetime, you know? And ever since he's been here in America, he's just been dominating. Like, anything he puts his mind to,
he don't get it done.
And he's never been a guy. I was talking to my brother about this, that like, if he needs to spend 50 grand and he doesn't have the 50 grand and needs to sell his car, but he knows it's going towards a business, he's selling the car, putting the 50 grand.
He's a hustler.
Hustling. And he's just like, if it's my dream, if it's my passion, if I believe in the process of whatever I'm doing, I'm going to execute on it without a doubt. You know, and that's something I had to learn from, because I feel like that's something I used to talk to with my friends. I feel like every kid, when they're young, they want to get a group of friends. They want to build a $1 million business, or they want to buy a house with their boys. They want to do all that stuff. But then when it comes to the time and you guys got either a little bit of money saved up or a little bit of ideas, nobody wants to execute. And my dad's like, we could have no money. We could owe hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it doesn't matter. Let's execute. Let's find money somehow. Let's go get it. And having that mentality really helped me, because
it's just a go-getter.
It just woke me up. Like, the opportunity's out there. I just need to wake up and go get it.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's a blessing. But what originally got you in the skits? Because I know you said content-wise, it was you wanting to pretty much bring that child back alive within you. Where did the skits ideas root from? Because I know
I used to be doing YouTube before. I used to be doing like little like, you know, little vlogs, pranks, and little, you know, bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was in a 2-year relationship, right? And then we had ended up splitting up. But I was already like a skit person anyway. Like my personality off the camera and how I act, it was already like a skit anyway. I'm like a real life skit. So it's like so I was in a relationship, and then me and my girl arguing about a breakup and stuff like that. So then I'm like, let me do a skit on like how it is arguing with your girl on the phone. And then I did a skit, and the way people, it didn't go viral, but the way people reacted to it was like everybody tuned in. Like it only, I think it hit like probably like maybe like 10K views, right? But the way people reacted to it and they tuned in, like laughing emojis, oh this is funny, reposting it, it got like a good engagement. So I'm like, oh, like maybe I gotta let me just start doing skits because like it's relatable to like, people. And that's one thing, if you want to do anything and you want it to grow, always relate it to people, whether it's music, content, whether you're selling food, whatever you're doing, like always make sure you make it relatable to people, because nobody gonna support anything if they feel like they can't connect with it. So anything you're doing, make sure it's relatable to people if you want it to grow. So once I'm like, oh, okay, cool, let me start doing stuff that's like relatable. I did that video, and then I'm like, let me do another video about something relationship wise. Did another video, I think it was like how it is when your girl I think it was like how it is when your girl wants to start an argument out of nowhere about something that she been mad about for like 3 months, something like that, right? I did it, and then boom, it hit like 30,000. I'm like, okay, cool. Like maybe this going somewhere. Like, let me do more relatable stuff. So one of my friends, like, he'll call you and have nothing to talk about, but he'll just call you to talk, just like just talk about some bullshit. So he called me one time, and once I got off the phone with him, and I'm like, let me do a video on how one of your friends call you, and it's like there's really nothing to talk about because I agree with each other, and it's not really nothing to talk about. I did a skit on that, and then like overnight it hit like 60,000. Then next morning it hit 100,000. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I think that's the key. I gotta stick to like stuff that's relatable. And that's how I kind of found my niche.
That's pretty funny because I was actually I was watching a ton of your skits beforehand, and that was gonna be my next question. Like, you and your girl going through problems that we all experience. Like you said, it's relatable and it's just hilarious. I think it adds another layer to the comedy when the people could relate.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because they're laughing at it because it's like, oh shit, we both experienced that, that feeling, and it's hilarious. But would you say you don't script any of your skits, right?
Like write them down stuff?
No, it's just like off the cuff.
Cause so like as I'm talking to you right now, I'm thinking of a video to do about a podcast after this video. So I do videos based on like real situations that's happening. So I might see, it don't gotta be necessarily just about me, but I can see my friend arguing with his girl about a quarter or something like that, right? Yeah. And then I'll be like, yo, how it is arguing with your girl about the most littlest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever I see going on is what I try to put into the skit. So it's all real. Like, I might see you going something with your girl, I'm gonna put into a skit. I might see this person going through this, I'll put it into a skit. Or I might go through something and put it into a skit. So whatever I see going on is why I could make the content so easy and quick, because like it's actually what's going on.
Yeah, I like that. And I think that would also be a great advice to the audience. Like, one is be relatable. Two is like use your real life experiences. Because how are you going to be able to relate if you've never experienced it? And like,
most definitely.
One thing that's cool about your content, it's on the spot.
Yeah.
You think of an idea, you could whip out your phone, record a skit, and then it comes out being comedy.
And that's cool. How like the fact that you're able to like kind of like peep that without even before you talk to me is that's what I'm trying to get at, like where everybody can see that it's like not something that's like very like thoughtful and like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like that, because then it become too scripted. I want it to be kind of like a freestyle, where it's like I'm going through this, I see somebody doing this, I want to put it out there.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed just on social media as a whole, especially TikTok and Instagram Reels, I feel like the algorithm is pushing less scripted and less, because it used to be like the most highly produced stuff, right?
Yeah.
Whatever has the fastest retention edits, like whatever sounds the best hooks. Yeah. Now it's like whatever's funny and whatever's real and whatever's relatable. Yeah. Back to that same topic.
That's how I think that's the best way for it to be, because that's when it's like it don't be too fabricated. It'd be more like authentic when it's just something that this is going on. Let me record this real quick. Versus you planning out, trying to put this pieces together and add this and add that. It's good for a thoughtful stuff, but I think of it of like when you trying to think of something like that, do something that's production type. Don't try to make it into like a video. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's best for it to be authentic and like something quick for everybody to understand.
Yeah, like you said, authentic, because realistically, even though it's skits and even though in some you might not say a word and they don't even know what you're saying, they're already getting to know a piece of your personality through your skits.
Most definitely.
You know, they're getting to know you through pretty much the acting you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you're reenacting your life experiences,
Yeah.
which is really cool and funny.
Yeah, like recently I dropped a video. It was like when you drop somebody at the airport and you're not going nowhere. And I was dropping my pops off at the airport. He's going to Africa, right? So I just thought an idea. I'm like, yeah, I'm dropping off at the airport and I ain't going nowhere besides going back home. So let me do a video on like how it is when you drop somebody at the airport and you ain't going nowhere. You know, so it's like what I'm doing is what I put out there.
Damn, I could relate to that because bro, in the past 2 years I haven't gone on vacation, but I promise you I have gone to the airport, I want to say, not to exaggerate, probably 60, 70 times.
Yeah, that'd be the worst. Like, you drop somebody off and you ain't going nowhere. Yeah, that'd be the worst.
And they're leaving with a smile, coming back with a smile, and my like, dumb ass is over here.
You going back home to eat Cheetos, man. That'd be worse.
Yeah, no, it's a bad feeling. That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think these skits are helping people in relationships as well? Because I feel like this humor, I feel like if I'm arguing with my girl and I see one of these skits about some shit we just argued about and we can relate to, it could low-key like break the tension.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't have people DM me and told me like, yo, like I just sensed my girl and she was saying like, yo, you're mad funny and like I mean her was arguing prior to that, but then like when we seen the video we were both like laughing and just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like so I feel like it all depends on one, the girl you're dealing with, and then two, it depends on like how big of the situation is. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely helps people out for sure though.
How do you balance being funny and then making a point? Because I feel like sometimes with the videos, you're definitely trying to make a point. Like, all right, these girls are just, where's the accountability? They're lacking it.
Yeah.
How do you balance that with the comedy aspect of the videos?
The way to balance it, to be honest with you, is just put it out there and let everybody take it for what they want to take it for. Don't like, I learned, don't try to balance it like.
Interesting.
Yeah, just put it out there. And for example, I could put a video out there and it might be about that one friend that's always late, for example, right? And I might relate to it like, oh, I have a friend that's like that. But you might relate to it like you're like that. You know what I'm saying? So I put it out there and you take it for whatever you want to take it for.
Yeah.
Because everybody's perspective is different. So I don't try to put it out there where it's like I'm trying to make it where it's like you gotta understand it from my perspective. I put it out there where I'm putting my perspective out there though, but I want you to take it for whatever you think it is.
Yeah. And I think that's a cool way to look at it because I've even spoken about it a few times is sometimes I drop an episode where I don't think it's the best, where I think I didn't do the best, where I think the guest might have not been open enough or the best. And then I drop an episode and the audience loves it. Yeah. So and that's when I change my whole perspective where it's like, it doesn't matter what I like anymore. It doesn't matter what I think is good or bad video-wise because I used to be like, oh, I don't want to post this or post that. I post everything now because the videos that I thought, especially the shorts that I thought were going to do the worst or like I didn't think were really that good, did the best. And the ones I think that are the best do the worst. So I'm like, I obviously have no idea of what's going to do good or bad. So
you don't.
I'm just going to enjoy the content, create it, and then let the audience decide for themselves. Like, you guys like it? That's fine. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like my first video that really went viral, I think the video was garbage. But then that's the video that, hit my first 100,000. So you never know. It's like the ones you least expect to go viral, that's the ones that go viral. The one that you think going viral might be the one that don't go viral. Yeah,
I honestly, I try to detach my feelings from the numbers,
thing. You can't bring your feelings to the numbers.
No.
You can't.
Like, it was something we were talking about, too. It was like, I just enjoy creating content. I love having these conversations. I love doing the podcast, creating the shorts, creating the content in general. So, regardless if my videos get 1 view, regardless if it gets 1 million, I still love that I'm doing this, So I don't really care about the numbers. One day the numbers will hopefully show, but and if they don't, it's fine. I'm still gonna be here creating my content.
Oh, definitely. It's gonna show though once you start, keep bringing the right people. It's definitely gonna show. Yeah,
definitely. And one thing is also as I get better as asking questions and just becoming a better host overall, right? A better interviewer, that comes with time, and it's something I've realized because if I tell everybody this almost every episode, if you go back to my first episode on my podcast account, you're gonna see how bad I was. At least in my opinion, I thought I was terrible. Some people are like, "Oh my God, you're great. You're professional. You know what you're doing." I was like, "Dude, I hate this episode. What the fuck? Like, there's no way."
It's all a matter of perspective.
So. Exactly. So that's why I tell people all the time: just start. you don't know what people are gonna enjoy.
Yeah.
And you don't need to be perfect. Like,
No.
when I post stuff, half the time I think it's like 60% done, because if I wait for it to be perfect, it's gonna be way too long.
Yeah, way too long, right?
And that's what I like about your skits too. It's like, since it's improvised, I feel like you're pretty much doing the same thing in the sense of like, you're not trying to be perfect.
Nah.
You're just trying to be authentic. And like you said, you think of an idea, you record it, and you post it. You're not really doing too much of the crazy editing, retention.
Nah,
like,
I ain't doing
it's just
that.
straight comedy,
Straight
straight
comedy.
off the head. Like,
the
that's
head,
crazy. Have you ever had a video where you had to take it down? Like, you just feel like, all right.
Yeah, when I first started posting content, like,
Mm-hmm.
I used to be too into the numbers. So if I post a video and then, like, let's say the video, I want a video go do 20K views, and the video did like 6K views,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, damn, like, nah, this video ain't good. I'll take it down.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, one time, a video that I posted one time, and it been like probably about 2 weeks, and it only did like, I think like 2,000. I'm like, damn, like 2K views, like, nah, I ain't nothing, man. Let me take it down. But some just told me not to take it down, and I didn't take it down. And then like a week later, it just started kicking up. Then it hit like 30K, 100K. Then that video, I think, is sitting at like 6 mil now.
Wow.
So yeah, that's when I'm like, oh, like, just leave it out there. You never know what's gonna go viral.
Yeah.
That's when I learned that. But I feel like you learn that from like you actually experiencing it, because somebody telling you, you still want to go delete it. Versus when you just leave it and it happens to you, like, oh, okay, now I know what he's talking about. Like, yeah.
It's funny you bring that up, because I had the same experience. I had a podcast I posted, and for 2 months, it sat at 150 views around there.
Right.
And then at like 2.5 months mark, it just started to blow. YouTube algorithm just picked it up. And like I said, 150 views. By the next day, I woke up, I had 1,000. By the next day, another 1,000. And currently, we're like 4 months since I posted it, maybe 5. And it's at like 25K right now. But it was just like you said. It took 2 months for that video to be picked up.
So you never know. You might check it again. It might be like 100,000. You know, and go from there for sure.
Exactly. That's why I think it's cool about social media. Like, you kind of just post and see what sticks to it, and then like,
social media is definitely good if you use it the right way. For sure.
Yeah, definitely. Are there any because I saw you don't have that many collabs in your videos. Like, you're always the star, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because people come back for you. You know what I mean? But have you ever like thought about doing any collabs in the future? And if so, like, who would you want to collaborate with?
Yeah, most definitely. I collab with a few people. Like, I collab with Fat Boy. I collab with this content creator from he from Florida. His name is Girl He Funny. You probably seen him before.
Girl He Funny. That sounds so familiar.
I did a video with him. I did a video with a lot of people, a couple people, like, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time, the reason why I don't, like, I'm open for collabs all the time. But it got to be a collab where it's like, you know what I'm saying? You doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, and let's get it. Let's do it. But I really don't like to collab with people that it's like, they just see what you got going on, and they just trying to hop on your wave. If you doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, that's the best time to collab. Like, you doing your stuff, I'm on my stuff, let's do it. But if you're not working and you want me to just come collab with you, and it's like, it don't make no damn sense. It's like, for example, like, this is a collab, but I see that you're actually trying to do something with your podcast, and I'm trying to do some of my content, so it makes sense. But if I see that you don't post on your podcast page, you barely be active, you're not trying to look for a new person, I'm not trying to go collab, because it don't make sense. I feel like when it's collab is it gotta be a
mutual benefit.
Exactly. So ain't no point in collabing if you ain't working. Everybody I collab with, they working for sure.
Yeah, I definitely like that perspective, because it's something I had to realize too. Like, there was weeks where I speak about it all the time. I was posting, and I take 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off. And just like you said, who would want to come, regardless of what I have to offer on the platform, regardless of the studio I built, regardless of even the name I built? Why would people want to come on if, like, I'm going to record a podcast, post an episode, and post one clip and do no more promotion? You know what I mean? If they don't see me working, like you said, what do they gain the benefit from it? You know? So that's why now I take it way more serious. I told you last night I fell asleep at 7 a.m. and it was just editing, clipping up, but it's because, like, I love doing that. You know what I mean? And you even see the energy I have now. I thought I would have been way more dead, but it's just like, I love what I'm doing. And then I see the vision, and then I also take it very seriously when somebody gives me the time of their day and sits down with me and talks with me. So, like, I don't want to let them down.
Yeah,
And I
most
also don't
definitely.
want to let the small fans that I do have down. Like these people, 800 people are subscribed to me on YouTube now. Like that is the
Yeah,
biggest blessing, you
yeah.
know?
You better hit 1,000 soon.
Yeah, no, I hope so. I mean, there's only one way to go, you know? I mean, it's
Go
up,
up.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's what we spoke about earlier. It's just consistency, keep
Right.
posting and getting better with every video.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one thing people take for granted too. Like, if you're working on your craft every day, you're going to improve. Especially with the mindset of like, I want to improve, I want to keep learning, I want to keep growing. There's no other option but to improve in your craft, which is really cool.
Yeah.
What would be like your dream collab if you have the opportunity to create a skit with somebody?
Oh, that's a good question. If like it gotta be also somebody that do skits too.
No, it could be it could be actors, athletes. It could just be like your dream collab. You would just love to have them in a video with you, and then cook up an idea maybe.
Okay, I got two people.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
are they?
I definitely say Desi Banks, and then I'll go Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Yeah, them two.
Desi Banks is hilarious.
Yeah,
I
he's
have
funny
to
as
say
hell.
that.
I like
And
Desi.
I feel like Lil Baby in the comedy realm of things, he's more like LeBron. He's just naturally funny. Like
Yeah,
like when he just like he just being himself, but he also comes off as funny. Yeah. No, he definitely has a cool personality.
Yeah.
I see both of us meeting him soon.
Yeah, definitely.
That's interesting though. And then Desi.
Yeah.
Desi, I feel like he just he's built up a career so like so many years just comedy. He's hilarious. I'm just thinking about all the skits running through my head. But I wanted to ask you, would you ever want to do like stand-up comedy?
Nah.
How come?
Because I feel like that's more like I'm like, you know, you could be naturally funny and be doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with that, I'm more like the camera's on me. I'm trying to make people laugh.
Yeah,
That's not really my style. I like to. I'm just naturally I'm saying something. You think I'm funny. You think I'm funny. You think I'm not. And you think I'm not. Versus like I'm on here trying to not, even though you could be naturally funny. I'm trying to like act like I'm funny. That's how I look at it. I don't see myself doing comedy. Nah.
Yeah.
I see myself being in a movie though.
Yeah.
And being a funny person in a movie.
Interesting.
But not standing up comedy. Nah. But movie for sure.
So what's your end goal with content creation? Do you want to become like an actor at the end of it and then like
for sure.
Stay within that line?
Like right now I got a business where I basically like I got a camera and stuff, so I do videos for like smaller business or whatever. Like and then I kinda run the media page and stuff like that. So right now I'm focusing on building that. But my goal eventually is to, you know, see me like movies and stuff like that, and not just be doing skits, but see me movies, have a YouTube channel that's popping, you know, be all around entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like regardless of whatever it is, I'm trying to be entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's cool because like you're building your life. One thing I like to tell people is like, first of all, it's not gonna happen in a day.
Right.
You know, but you need to build your life around that environment.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you want to be an actor, so first thing you're gonna do is be around the camera.
Yeah, be around the camera.
You know
Get used to
what I
being
mean?
around the camera.
Exactly. And like you want to grow your content career, you want to grow your own personal page.
Yeah.
And then once you grew to the size you're at now, it's like you can now help other businesses out.
Yeah.
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
So I know how to, you know, most definitely.
You know how to leverage it and
yeah.
then help other companies out.
Yeah.
Which in turn just helps you out because it's more connections, it's more business.
Yeah.
And then it's like a different side of
growth
content.
is like it's forever. Like there's no stopping that growth. Like it's always gonna keep growing. So I feel like how you just mentioned it, like helping business now, helping other people out, you just make endless connections, and that's the key to life. Connections. Connection can bring you anywhere.
Everybody hears this all the time, but it's your network is your net worth.
Well, it's definitely.
I saw it the other day. Did you saw what Mr. Beast did with Aiden Ross and XQC? He did
shout out Mr. Beast, by the way.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was super cool. He did a live stream. They raised $12 million.
Yeah,
but they did it in a few hours
for like a water, right? Like yeah.
It was
shout out Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Team Water. What he's doing with that?
Mr. Beast doing more than the government. Like shout out Mr. Beast. Like
for real. Yeah. And it's crazy because it all started with like probably a Logitech 1080p 720p camera in his room, and now look what he's been able to build off of it. You know?
It don't matter how you start; it's about how you finish, man.
Exactly. That's why I tell everybody, like, if you want to be the next Mr. Beast, you can be. Just know you going up against him. Like he is crazy. So
you a lot of work you got to do. But it's
Hell
possible
yeah.
though.
It's definitely possible. That's why one thing I like to, especially when I'm talking to younger people, when I'm talking to anybody, I like to speak life into them. Like, regardless of what age you are, you could create and do whatever you want. I feel like we were talking about it earlier again.
Yeah.
People just die down on their dreams. They stop believing. But it's like, it doesn't matter what age you are. We've all seen it. Like the 50-year-old aunt or uncle, 50-year-old guy on TV who was out of shape, got back into shape.
Yeah.
We hear about the guy who the first time he ever made $1 million was when he was 55. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are, young or old, you could honestly do anything in the world. And I just think like speaking life into people in that sense will not only help them out, but also help me out, because it's a constant reminder of like, dude, I could do it too, you know? Because like,
definitely.
like I like to say all the time that like I'm a regular person, you know what I mean? So I understand real life struggles. Like, we all go through it mentally, we all go through it physically, and we all know it's not going to be up constantly 24/7, you know? So it's important to talk about those struggles, but then also important to like,
because when you up, the only way is to go down, and then when you down, the only way is to go up. So that's just how life is, genuinely, like, overall.
And
like,
I feel like when you're up,
yeah,
people like to tear you down so much, and
they're gonna build you up to tear you down.
Exactly. And then it's not people, it's just life. Like, sometimes you could have, let's say the content is going great, that something happens in your personal life that doesn't. Like, that's just how life is.
Like, exactly. That's a
it's
fact.
really a roller coaster. So I honestly like to detach my feelings from that as well, like as much as I can, and just stay even keeled. Like, I try to not let as many things affect me as possible, and just stay focused on the craft, because we both know, we just said it, it's like life is gonna go up and down. You can't be happy as hell when everything's going good, and then like really down when everything's down. Like, you got to stay focused, stay determined,
stay the course.
Yeah, for sure. One thing, would you ever want to be in an Adam Sandler movie? Because you said a comedy movie. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
I was just thinking of him because one of my buddies, he recently met him, and I'm just thinking like, dude, he's such a go. Like, creating that is one of the coolest things in the world, because it's something, if you notice in his movies, it's all his boys. He produces it. He does everything on the back end, but then he also acts and has all his boys in the camera. Like,
that's dope for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that is the best thing you could do in life. Is like, start a business, start an enterprise, and then have all your boys, have your family in it, you know? Because then it's like a situation we talked about earlier. Everybody eats.
Everybody eats, everybody grind, everybody eat. Facts.
Yeah. Have you got to experience that where it's like, whether it's in your personal life or in your creator life, where you met somebody who isn't like that, who doesn't want to see everybody eat, who's like, I just want to eat for myself. What's that like?
All the time. If you like, but I'm the type of person, like, if I see you like that, I'm not even gonna kind of tell you like you like that. I'm gonna just like move away slowly. Cause I feel like when you, sometimes people like that, when you tell them like they're like that, then that's when they start getting real envious of you.
Yeah.
So it's better off sometimes just let people be, and just like let him be. Like, if it's when it's right time for him to find out he's like that, he gonna find out on his own. But sometimes it ain't meant for you to be the one to tell him. Everybody got their time on when they gonna, figure themselves out.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like that's definitely something I had to learn later on in life.
Yeah.
And even though I feel like everybody knows it from an early age, I just started implementing it. Like, if I realize it in somebody, instead of, like you said, instead of telling him out front, I just wouldn't talk to him anymore. I just slowly disappear. Because it's like, once you get to a certain age, you're not responsible for anybody else. You know what I mean? Even at a young age, you should realize it. Like, yeah, exactly. You know, if people are acting a type of way, if people are being selfish or like just not being real, genuine human beings, you don't need to be friends with them. You don't need to attach yourself to them, whether it's in a business relationship, whether it's in a friendship. Like I said, like, you could literally just stop talking to them and detach yourself and stop like doing anything with them. I don't know. I feel like we see it all the time, and I feel like that's why your skits hit so hard as well. When you talk about relationships, it's like, even when it's romantic relationships, I feel like people stick with them way too long sometimes too. Like, we see it all the time.
Yeah, most definitely. But also, I feel like the reason why is because certain stuff like is like deeper than just like the physical world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like you might be with a girl, and you know what I'm saying. Like every relationship is not perfect. It's gonna have its little ups and downs and
For
issues
sure.
or whatever it might be. But then like let's say you got a connection with this person where it's like this person might genuinely actually like rock with you versus like you go meet somebody else and they might rock with you for what you have and she actually genuinely like you. Then it'd be hard to kind of just be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I'm throwing that away because it's hard to find that again. So
Definitely.
like you have a friend like he cool, a genuine a real friend, but he got a lot of like bullshit. Maybe he's like a person that's always late, but he actually like a genuine good friend. Versus you might have this person, he's always on time and he's always there. He might be, but when you get to actually know him, he ain't a solid friend. So I'm not gonna throw the solid friend away because you have this issue versus so you got kind of like balance stuff out.
It's balancing. That's why
I'd rather have somebody solid around me but got some issues than have somebody that is full of issues. You know what I'm saying? Like or somebody that's better off, but they ain't a solid person. I feel like you gotta know how to balance it out.
No, definitely, and it's a super valid point in the sense of I feel like everyone's gonna have their like issues or luggage.
Yeah,
and it's one, what you're willing to put up with, and then two, it's like you said, are you truly solid for the relationship we're building? Are you solid for other intentions? Like, are you here because like you could see monetary gain from me? Are you here because you could see gains?
Which is crazy. Nowadays, you really never know. You really never know. So that's the scary part about it. But at the same time, it's like at the end of the day, I feel like it's also like how people gonna show you who they are over time.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're gonna see it just by just stay the course and be naturally you. I feel like they're gonna eventually reveal themselves to you anyway.
Definitely. Have you ever had like one of your friends in a skit and they got like nervous, like just
all the time?
Yeah.
All the time, yeah.
What's it like doing it with somebody who's never done it before? Like involving them.
So all right, so when say you got two people, right, and they both never done it before, but one actually has a natural personality and then one doesn't really have personality.
Yeah.
The one that has natural personality is easier to deal with because I could just tell you the videos about this, so then he knows how to act it out. The one that doesn't have a personality like that is gonna be a little bit harder because now you gotta kind of teach him how to put on a character that he's not. So
definitely.
I had both though. They're both fun to work with though because they both teach me something new. Like, yeah.
How do you balance your personal life with content creation? Because I feel like one thing I've had a struggle with creating content is I feel like my mind's always on it.
Yeah.
And I'm always thinking about the next idea.
Yeah.
And I'm always thinking about the next video. So it's like my personal life sometimes could go on the back burner and I'm like, all right, I'm not going out, I'm not doing this because I got to work on my next idea. I got to work on this, that. Like, how do you balance that?
I'm actually at the stage where I'm learning how to balance it, which is crazy because I was just on some a good friend of mine yesterday or 2 days ago. She was telling me like she was like, oh, like you always on go, like you're always on go. I see you here, you're always doing this. Like you gotta give yourself some time to kind of like chill and relax a little bit. And then I'm like, yeah, like I definitely gotta do that. So I'm trying to make like Sundays a day where I kind of like relax and kind of like chill a little bit and check out the drawing board and stuff like that, but kind of relax. But right now that's the stage I'm at, so I'm trying to figure it out, like how to balance it, because it's kind of hard because I'm always thinking about how to create or see what's going on, but that's also because I also pay attention to a lot of what's going on. Like I pay attention to myself as a lot, but I also pay attention to like what's going on because you have to. Like I got to see what videos going out and stuff like that, so I can see what's going on and what people are looking for. Because sometimes you might be talking about a topic, but that topic ain't hot right now, and this topic is hot, so you can kind of hop on there. So I feel like you always gotta have people around you that know how to chill. That's the key.
Yeah.
Like, some people around you, if you always on go and people around you always on go, then it's in balance. Like me, I can't date a girl that's like, you know what I'm saying, 24/7 on the media running around. Like just like I can't do that. It's like we both want to go. But I'd rather have a girl that's like chill, relax, laid back. So that way when I come, it's like, all right, I'm here to relax. So now my mind is away from the content and all that stuff.
Yeah, I definitely get that. That's another thing. I don't know how people have like online relationships, honestly.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No, that's the most difficult thing in the world. Just have all these eyes and ears and comments about your relationship
that they don't know nothing about.
Nothing, exactly.
Like it's already hard enough. Like before, I used to do a lot of like certain like topics of relationship videos, right? And then some girls would ask me like, "Yo, are you like why do you do these type of videos? Are you actually like that? And that's when I'm like, oh, so like when you do these type of video, people actually think this is like everything you're saying is just like exactly how you are. Like I could do a video about a girl doing this, and then they think I'm talking about my relationship or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm not even talking about that. I just seen somebody at the gas station arguing with his girl, so I just put it to perspective. But people really think like whatever you put out there is like exactly you, and it's like nah, like it's just comedy to me. Some parts is definitely me, but a lot of it's comedy, just jokes and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's what I think is hilarious about the internet is people take it way too
serious. Yeah,
yeah.
It's a joke. Like, but people take it too serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's why I like. That's why I tell even my boys, if you want to be a content creator and you have a funny idea, if you just have a funny personality or you want to create something out of thin air, do it. Because people don't know you in real life, you know what I mean?
Everybody gonna have their own say-so on who they think you are anyway, so you might as well do it.
Exactly. And if you think the people in your real life are judging you, once you make something for yourself in the sense of a steady following and you're growing a business out of it, nobody's going to judge you anymore. We're talking about it.
They're going to accept you for who you are.
Yeah, exactly. So have you ever thought about quitting and just stopping creating? Like, was there ever a point where you're like, man, this is
hell no.
I like that.
Nah, I like that. I had times where I felt like, damn, like, it's hard. Or I might be watching a video of like Kai Cenat song. Shout out to Kai, by the way. Like, I'll be watching a video about Kai Cenat song. I'm like, damn, Kai really doing his thing, like he popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to me, I look at it like motivation. Like, all right, but he doing his thing. I got it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I ain't at that level yet, I'm trying to get motivated to get there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't really like feel like, oh, I gotta quit. I have times where I feel like, damn, like this not really going this way, or you know, that not going that way. But I try to find the positive in the negative. Always try to look for the positive in the negative. Or I might call up a friend like that also does content too. Like shout out to Aaron. I might call him up like some days I might feel like, damn, it's not going. I call him like, yo, this is that, and he'll be like, yo, honestly, you should do this, da da da. The same thing for him. Like he'll call me like, yo, like this, da da da. I'll be like, yeah, honestly, try this, da da da. So it's always good to keep people that positive or people that understand your vision and what you're trying to do around you, because then it makes your vision like a lot easier and your journey a lot easier. Keep people around you that understand it. They don't gotta be doing the same thing you're doing, but just like they understand what you're trying to do. It makes it way easier than versus having somebody around you that don't have a clue what you're trying to do and don't know what you're trying to do is about, and it's like it make it harder. Yeah, I could 100% agree, and that's another thing we were talking about is like why I love the podcast. I'm surrounding myself with people who understand what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to build. That's the key. And then like one cool thing is I've been blessed to have everybody in here, or at least everybody that's come in here has always had a positive attitude and a positive outlook on just this type of business, the media business, content creation. And I say this all the time to everyone. It's like, it helps my perspective, you know, because the days that I'm not feeling like doing stuff, the days I don't want to work, the days I don't want to do any of this anymore, I get a new perspective from somebody else I got on my podcast. And it's just like, dude, hold on, let me lock back in, you know? Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes, at least earlier on, I was, like I said, I got burnt out. In the sense of I was focused too much on the numbers. I was focused on like, yo, I'm ass. But then I put it into just real life situations. This was built in 10 years, you know. Something great isn't built overnight. You know, so if I'm trying to be great, if I'm trying to be at the level I said earlier with 1 million plus subscribers and be the top podcast, one of the top podcasts in the world, like it's not going to be built in a year. You know, and that's something I said earlier. Like off camera, I'm quiet. Nobody ever hears me speak in real life. I just go about my day. I barely communicate. So it's so funny to me that I'm doing podcasts, and it's even funnier. Like I love this, and this is my opportunity to just never shut up and say what I gotta say. But most definitely.
It's cool. Like I said, I just get to pretty much think out my thoughts.
And some people also sense. Like meet me or I guess off camera, and then some might be like, oh, like I thought you're gonna be like how you are, and I'm like, I don't know you like that, so I ain't gonna be that too open to you. But if somebody give me like a comfortable vibe where it's like I could be open with you, cause like from walking in, you gave me like a little open in, like you made me feel comfortable. Where I could like, all right, I could talk and be open. You know what I'm saying? So I always go based on how my vibe feel with the person. Yeah,
I definitely get that. I like to honestly be it's not even that I like it. I'm just a more closed off person until I just get to know them a little bit more. That's one thing that's beautiful about the podcast. It's because like usually now I'm getting connected through other people, And it's when you have that, when you're getting connected through other people, you know they're good people. So it's like I have nothing to be afraid of in the sense of like I don't got to be closed off. These are good people I'm getting reference to.
Yeah.
And I could just be myself, be open, and not really care, which is truly a blessing. But where do you want to take your business? Because I'm really interested in that media business in the sense that you help others create their content, whether it's for a coffee shop they got, whether it's YouTube channels they have, and they're creators. Where do you want to see that business in 5 years? And then where do you want to see your content creation, your skits in 5 years?
In terms of, I'm focusing on both. So, I definitely want to see, like other people's business. Like I want them to have more followers, more engagement, more presence on the media. So that's like my goal to kind of help them get to that level. So what I see with that is like I eventually see that to the point where I'm not even the person going to go record the video or editing the video. Now it's like I might send, somebody like younger than me, like someone like probably like 18, 19. I got like, I'm putting some money in his pocket and I'm having him do these work. So that way I kind of like, okay, I can focus on other stuff. Now I can try to go audition for a movie or focus on other stuff that I'm trying to do. So that's the point I'm trying to get to with that business for sure. And then with my personal content, I'm trying to right now, like I'm just looking at like building connections and like trying to get in certain rooms that I couldn't get into before because I don't met a lot of people through other people. So now I'm just locking in on trying to get into certain rooms that I can't get into before. So that way I can like make way more connections than certain one connection could really change your life. So right now I'm like, as well I'm working, I'm trying to get to that one room that could get me to this person that could, a lot like change everything for sure.
One thing I like you said, especially in the first part, was you're pretty much looking to build a team.
Yeah,
because
you can't do everything by yourself. It's impossible.
That's the key, man. You said it right there. You can't.
You can't.
Building in a team is really the important part. But what people don't understand as well is when you're building a team, it comes with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And then also a lot of like stress, because if you don't execute, how's the team gonna eat in the sense? Like how are they gonna pay their bills once you get to that point?
Yeah, it's that point, yeah.
So it's like I tell everybody, and I tell myself all the time, we gotta enjoy the journey and where we're at right now. Because we could be praying like, yo, I need an editor, I need this, I need that. But then you have the team and it's 10 times more stressful than not having them.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, man.
Would you ever see yourself writing a movie? Like, or you just want to be an actor and never the back end?
If I see myself writing a movie, I definitely do. But if I see myself writing a movie, it gotta be about my life.
Yeah.
That's one I'll see myself writing. But if it's about not just like my life, it's just like all of my life, but also interact, like, bringing like the people that I encountered throughout my lifetime and, bringing their perspective into like that, I'll do. But I definitely want to see myself in a movie for sure. Like, that's one of the goals, getting a movie. I can see myself acting. And
yeah, I could see
it. I see myself acting, so that's definitely one of the roles I'll definitely be in.
Yeah, but I gotta be honest, I'm probably biased because I don't know. I feel like everybody that I've talked to, there's been 3 people that said they wanted to be actors on my podcast. Ren was one of them.
Yeah, Ren could be acted too.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. But I always see it. But like, I don't know. I don't want my opinion to be the end all, and I also don't want people in the comments. I mean, I don't care. They're like, "Oh, you're glazing your guys," but I genuinely like. I get to meet you. I see the potential you have, and I also see the work ethic you have. So it's like it's possible, I wanted to ask 2 questions. One was like, I wanted you to take me through a regular day in your life, like, because you said you're focused on just work half the time. And sometimes you need to unwind. What does a regular day look like for you when you're creating skits, when you're working? And then also, what do you do to unwind now, since you're like slowly getting into the habit of like, all right, I need to take a break sometime and like reset so I don't burn myself out?
Regular day for me is like, getting up. And then once I get up, I'm already on go. I'm thinking, all right, maybe I gotta go to this client, go to that client, go, make my money, of course. And then, okay, now I have a little time. Let me get these skits going. Now I'll record like 4 or 5 skits, and then I'll post them out throughout the week or whatever it might be. And then now that I'm trying to like, kind of like not get away from that, but kind of like have a little chill time to myself. I'm trying to find like other hobbies that I'm into. Like, I'm not, because I ain't never been a kid that was in the house. Like, as soon as the sun comes outside, I'm right outside, like from daytime to nighttime every day. Like that's how I never been a kid that was in the house playing the game the whole day. Like nah, like I was always been outside type kid. So now it's like now I'm getting older and like there's nothing really outside. And plus, the minute you step outside, you gotta spend some money. So yeah, so it's like now I'm trying to find something that I could do in the house, like maybe find a little show or something like that. Because I don't really watch shows and movies. I never did, but like I'm trying to find little stuff that I could do that's like can have me in the house and kind of relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or like little therapeutic stuff. You can read a book or something. Like just something like that's what I'm trying to find now.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at the part where you said it's insane to me. You step out the house, bro. You know,
I ain't come back home till nighttime.
Bro, wasting minimum $100. Like anything you do nowadays is just expensive. And I think back to the time I was a kid and I didn't have $1 to my name for years.
Yeah.
Like how was I living? I get it. Maybe my parents give me a little money, but I do not remember ever having like cash on me. And we were just having fun doing like living life, like going, meeting up, playing football, frisbee, whatever it was, just being outside.
And I feel
grass.
like the kid, like around our time too, but the kids was actually kids.
Yeah.
The kids nowadays ain't no kids, bro. They want to be on TikTok, Instagram all day, iPad, play the game. They don't even get to socialize and stuff. That's why they kind of like when you meet kids nowadays, it's kind of like awkward.
Yeah.
They don't got like you don't see kids riding a bike no more.
No,
nah, you don't. Like before, you see kids riding a bike. We playing basketball. We outside. We playing frisbee. We chilling. We going to the store. We doing this. Like if you look at these kids' prom nowadays, like when we was going to prom, you had on a little suit. You know what I'm saying? Your mom drop you off. You take a picture with the iPhone. You go home.
Yeah.
Nowadays, these kids pulling up in black trucks, Lamborghinis. Like you like damn, like they getting different type of money or something. Like times change. So,
yeah, it's the internet money, and times definitely do change. And it's funny because I was just talking to one of my boys the other day about this, but it's like you can't even blame the kids. It's more on the parents.
Yeah, but I feel like it's the parent, but I feel like it's the media more than the parents.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely the parents, but at the same time, I feel like because your parenting could do a lot with stuff, right? But then if you're a parent, you ain't gonna be around your kids 24/7.
No.
And then when they're not, like as a parent, you shouldn't really worry about what your kids do when they're around you. Cause that ain't the big factor. What they do when they're not around you is what you gotta worry about. So I feel like when they're not around you, they on the media, so they seen whatever. Like for example, like the girls, like kids growing up, they seen shout out Sexy Red. I like Sexy Red, by the way.
Yeah.
So, but they seen Sexy Red, go on there talk her shit and talk how she talk and stuff. So they seen that. So them watching that, they like, damn, this is how I gotta be. Yeah. So they going for that. I like Sexy Red, by the way. Shout out Sexy Red. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like the media control your kids and stuff. And so I feel like the media got a lot to do with how the kids nowadays are turning out, or rappers talking about killing and doing this, and then the kids nowadays ain't trying to solve no problem. They trying to, all right, bet you do this, I'm gonna try solve the problem that way. So I feel like it's the media.
Yeah, it definitely is the media pushing a certain type of narrative.
Agenda, yeah, for sure.
And agendas. It's actually sickening, but I don't know, man. It takes me back. Again, I'm laughing just because when I was a kid, it was, bro, you don't got a bike, fine. I got pegs, hop on.
Yeah.
We just, like you said, going to the park.
Going to the park, yeah.
And then I'm driving past these parks now, and I don't see anybody.
Empty.
I'm like,
yeah,
what?
The parks nowadays are empty. Like, kids ain't hooping, they ain't doing none of that stuff.
Fortnite, Roblox, like, bro, get off that shit.
And, like, doing, like, stuff like that, like, kept kids out of trouble. Yeah, I was just telling, like, one of the older heads, like, I was telling, like, yo, the reason why these kids ain't really, not one, just, like, not coming outside like that is because, like, you gotta give them something where they don't gotta force something else. So if instead of giving your kid an iPad, you'll give them a soccer ball or something, or a basketball ball or something like that. That might be give them something like to do. Yeah. So I feel like also back to like what you said is the parents part. Like the parents gotta put the kids into a good system where they could have a good option to do something that's more positive versus just trying to do whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you see it all the time. Like, if you ever go out to restaurants, you see the kid sitting in the corner with an iPad.
Yeah.
Like, why are you giving your kid an iPad at the restaurant? Let him just sit there. Like, I think that's one thing. Because when I was a kid, too, there was so many times I was just bored. In the sense of, like, I just have to sit there and look at life. And, like, I don't have this little phone, this little robot to just, like, numb my mind and be like, oh, what is this? Like, it's so funny. Like,
People
so being bored, I feel like that's when you start creating, because your mind just starts imagining stuff going on. It's like,
and then you start creating. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's
I get bored a lot. I
I
get bored a lot quick. So when I get bored, I feel like that's when I create the best, when I'm bored.
Yeah. I think people have to force themselves to be bored nowadays because they're just so numb to everything going on because it's like they're processing so much information constantly.
All at once.
And we see it all the time. People hop on an elevator, get on their phone. People get in line, get on their phone. Like any opportunity they get to not have social interaction, they get on their phone. And to avoid social interaction. And it's sickening, like I said, because it's not just the kids anymore. It's the adults doing it as well, which is crazy.
Matter of fact, the adults are worse than the kids nowadays.
Yeah. Because there's nobody to tell them to put it down, you know?
Because you're an adult, so the adults are even worse than the kids.
Yeah. And
that's why the kids nowadays don't even listen to them. They worse than them. So
yeah, and like one thing I think parents fail to realize a lot of the times, and now that I get older, it's like maybe they just forget what it's like being a kid. But these kids, they observe you all day. They see what you're doing, and they understand way more than you think they understand.
Kids ain't stupid. Kids smart. Like
by the age of 5, these kids, what they are analyzing is insane.
Insane.
So when they see mommy and daddy like this tapping on the phone,
you can't tell them not to be on their phone.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I don't know. I just feel like it's habitual at that point. Some parents just put it in. I don't know. It's hard to tell a kid not to do this when you're doing the complete opposite, and they see it day in and day out. I wanted to ask you though, as you've been growing, have you ever got like a crazy DM where somebody just said either something weird or to you it was crazy, like
all the time?
Yeah, what was the craziest DM you got?
Craziest DM? It's probably like a girl or something.
Yeah.
The girls more. Well, the guys DM me and ask for money. People, I had dudes DM me all the time and ask for money, and then I go to their page and they have on a Mary Jeans and Gucci slides and jewelry on and stuff, and I'm like, damn, like ain't no way you DM me for money and you wearing this. But most of the time be like a girl DMing me crazy stuff like, oh, I wanna F you, da da da, you look so, you know shit like that, like she put me in a video and stuff like that, shit like that most of the time. But most of the girls be the ones DMing me crazy stuff, not guys, really.
Yeah. You gotta tell them, send me money first of all. That's hilarious because it's wild how I mean you could tell me from firsthand experience, but it's wild how we spoke about this earlier as well. A little bit of motion changes everything. Yeah, like at first you might have had no girls DMing you, but they see you getting a follow,
and beating around other people,
and
like
they're
that.
Like just now they're going at it because you,
especially the crazy part would be the girls I went to school with. That'd be the worst. Because, like, I used to be walking around the same hallway as you, and I used to say what's up, and you say what's up back. That's about it. We ain't talk about nothing now. Now you want to be buddy and act like we friends and stuff. Like, nah, the same relationship we had when we was in school, that's the same relationship we got now. If we was cool, we was cool. But if we ain't cool, then I don't really see the point of you trying to act like we buddy now.
Yeah, I heard a quote the other day, and I'm not going to be able to say nearly
exactly how it is.
How it is. But it was just around those lines, like, pretty much if you weren't with me when I was down and out and you weren't with me when I first started, like you're not going to be with me when I'm at the top, when I'm doing the best, you know?
Most definitely.
Like
definitely
I'm just not picking up the phone. Nah. And that's definitely how I look at it. Like I like to keep my circle small in the sense of like my day ones. Yeah. And then beyond that, if I knew you earlier on in life and you weren't supporting anything I was doing, we talked about it. Where it's
I don't have one of my old like people I went to school with DM me out of nowhere. I ain't talked to this dude in like 7 years. He's like, he's like, let me be your accountant. I'm like, man, what? Man, you crazy, bro. Like, I ain't talked to this dude in like 7 years. Like, I don't know. People just see that you got something going on and you meeting certain people, or you get in certain areas and stuff like that, and they try to become cool and buddy with you. Like, but I'm genuine people, so you ain't gonna fool me like doing that. Nah.
Yeah,
ain't gonna fool me.
I was telling somebody this yesterday. That's like one of my pet peeves. Like one of the things that definitely like just honestly pisses me off. At first, you knew me and you hit me up like that, right? Pretty much trying to get money out of me. And second, if you don't know me and within the first 30 seconds, 5 minutes of me knowing you, you're trying to get money out of me, or like, yo, I could help you, I could do this for you, like, dude, let me work for you.
Then I know it's not genuine.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you just see dollar signs when you look at me, and you're just, that's it. Like, I see this all the time. I could care less about money. I could be broke as shit And I am broke as shit right now. You know what I mean? The studio doesn't show it, but I reinvest all my money into here. I could be broke as shit, but I like to build relationships, real relationships.
Yes,
And
in certain like aspects, I say relationships is more important than the money. But in certain aspects, the money is more important than relationship. So say the person don't bring no value, but they had the money, then in that term, then the money is more important than the relationship.
Yeah.
But say the person bring you a lot of value, but they don't have that much money, then I feel like then the relationship is more important than the money.
Yeah.
Like I got like one of like the older heads I know, like his name is Sean. He has a brand called F Prison, right? You probably seen him before. He's like a little he's a like a big party promo in Jersey, right? So he like I was recording a video one time. He's like, yo, you need to be my cameraman. Like he's like, yo, you know what you're doing. Like, and then ever since like we've been locked in, and he put me on a game. Like he like 50 something years old, but he gave me like game, like certain stuff that I'm missing. He tell me about, and I pick up on it, and I understand. And he might not think I'm getting it, but like I get it. Like I be listening to what he's saying because like he give me like a different perspective. So my relationship with him is way more important than the money because he get me to certain rooms that I don't get it, that I wouldn't get into if it wasn't for him. He put me in certain things and he bring me around certain people to kind of elevate me as well as elevate him. So his mindset is like a team player. So somebody like that, I care more about our relationship than the money. You know what I'm saying? But certain people don't have nothing. You know what I mean? Like they don't know nothing. Or they can't even give you no game, nothing. And then that's about the money.
Yeah.
It's strictly business.
Yeah. That's an interesting way to think about it. It's cool. Have you ever had haters or negative comments or negative
All the time.
DMs? Like, how do you handle that?
I laugh at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I laugh at it. It's funny.
I think that's the best response, honestly.
Yeah. I laugh at it or I troll back. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Because the thing is, you don't take it that serious.
I don't take it serious, man. That shit all high kiki to me. That shit is a joke.
Which skit was your favorite one to create? Where you had like either the most fun in, or you were just like, "This is a really good video. I know people are gonna be able to relate to this."
I got a video. With, I don't know if you've seen it, but I got a video with Unk. Have you ever seen a video? Like you probably didn't see it, but it's an old dude. He like probably like 50 something, 60 something.
Yeah. And
we got this video called Unk and Nephew, and like me and him like would do a video. You seen it before probably. I don't know if you this year or not, but it's a video where he's like humping and pumping. You probably seen it. Yeah. So yeah, I say that's one of my favorite videos. Shout out to Unk.
That's funny. Is that your real uncle?
I can't disclose that.
Okay. There was something else I wanted.
What you think? You think you're real uncle?
I'm gonna let the audience
I actually get DMs like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's your real uncle? And I don't answer it. And then they ask him, that's your real nephew? And then he don't answer either.
Yeah, I like that because it just lets it like linger, and then more people want to find out and they want to know the truth. So I'm gonna let the audience decide for themselves, you know. But do you ever feel like pressure of I need to create this certain type of skit because this is what my audience is expecting?
Yeah, all the time. I feel pressure all the time, like when it comes to, cause my thing is like getting the views and stuff like that is cool, but I feel like the key is like, you know, the followers growing as well. So sometimes I like hit a little wall, boom, like I'm stuck, but my video's doing good, but all right, I'm not gaining a follower to, you know, get to the next, you know, level. Come on, be. So what is it that I'm doing wrong? So then I sit back and I'm realizing, okay, cool. Okay, they this how they react to this video. So I gotta make something like that, but at a level where it's like I'm getting more and more people engaged in it. So then, you know, it's always a lot of pressure. But what I try to do is I try to like think of it like not like a pressure. I try to think of it like a challenge more than like pressure. If it's a challenge, I feel like challenge, I could be like challenge accepted. I feel like pressure is too much like overwhelming. So I try to switch it in a way where it's not pressure, it's a challenge. Like when we switch like to that, then I feel like it's easier to navigate.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever come up to you that saying, "Oh, I recognize you from a skit," and quoted the skit?
Yeah, most definitely.
What's that feeling like? Like the first time somebody ever came up to you, was like, "Yo, I seen you on IG. This is fire."
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah. I remember I was at McDonald's one time. It's like probably like years ago. Me and my boy was at McDonald's and we pulled up and he was like, I think he's, you know, like the McDonald's had a little machine you could order inside. So he ordered from there, and he was like, "Yo, is that who I think it is?" to me, I'm like, who's he talking to? Like, what is he like?
Looking around, like, who is he talking about? Who is it?
He's like, yo, like you, like, is that who I think it is? I think I follow you on Instagram. You be doing them skits, right? I'm like, yeah, wow, what's up? And he goes, yeah, I follow you. Like, you're like, I am Pway or something like that, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, oh, that's what's up, bro. Keep doing your thing. Da, 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 da. So that for me, like, your people knowing you is like, it's cool. But when it's like a stranger knowing you, it's like, oh shit, like now I'm actually doing something. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're getting the audience of people that don't know you or are not from your area. That definitely do it for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I don't know how I'd ever react to something.
It's crazy
like
how
that.
Powerful social media is.
Really, yeah. People halfway across the world could know who you are.
Yeah,
and be a big fan of you.
Big fan of you.
Big supporter.
I don't have this video one time that hit, I think like 8.6 million views, and shout out to Korea, by the way. I think it was North Korea. It was like a little like platform in North Korea, kind of like a world star, but for North Korea. They DM me, like, yeah, like we like your video, we want to repost it in our Korean page and change the, like, you know, subtitles to Korean. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And then like they reposted, and I got a whole bunch of Korean fans DM me like, oh, we love you, Pway, DM me and stuff like that. So it's cool.
That's fire.
Yeah, I've been on world star a few times too. Like that kind of made certain people recognize as well. So and that's the key too. Like when you're doing something and you're seeing small little like growth and little accomplishments that you're reaching, that's how you know it's working.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing something for like 40 years and you ain't make one growth, then it's like, nah, you gotta switch something up. But if you're doing something and you're seeing little small steps, yeah, that's how you know it's working. Keep at it. Yeah.
What difference do you notice, if there is any difference, in the audience you have in TikTok versus Instagram Reels and YouTube? Like,
okay, I'll say in TikTok, it's more, people are more like open to you. Like they more like TikTok, they feel like they're already like your fan. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Instagram, everybody just go in and say anything. Yeah. Versus like TikTok, people feel like you could post a video and people were like relating to it, they're following you, like they're more like, and they can see your video not doing, like, let's say a video only got 600 views, they'll be on the comments like your video got 10 million views. Like they're more like open to getting like meeting new people, I guess. Where Instagram is more like, oh, if he doesn't have this much followers, or he doesn't have this much views, or he doesn't have this, like, Instagram is more like serious. So that's why I also feel like Instagram is a lot harder than TikTok though, because somebody having 100K on TikTok is like somebody having like probably like 5K on Instagram.
Yeah,
because it ain't the same category.
It's definitely not.
Like Instagram is a lot harder. It's a harder platform because it's more like for people that know you. So it's like, when you get the audience of people that don't know you, it's more of a challenge. Where TikTok is always showing your videos to strangers anyway, so it's like, it's not the same thing. It's like a whole different category.
Yeah, like, it's a whole different beast.
I'd rather take a 100K on Instagram than 100K on TikTok any day, because more respect that way. Nobody really, you ain't gonna really respect no TikTok guy like that for real.
Yeah,
but Instagram more, you know.
It's funny you say that, because I genuinely have TikTok, but I don't take like. I don't try to grow on it. I barely get any views on it. I post whatever
it's
I
like,
want.
Say you go viral on TikTok, because I went viral both multiple times. But it's like, if you go viral on TikTok, it don't feel as good as going viral on Instagram. Nowhere near the same.
Yeah,
nowhere near.
That's funny you say that.
Like Drake could comment on your stuff on TikTok, but Drake comment on your stuff on Instagram, gonna feel way different.
Yeah,
way
you
different.
screenshotting it, throwing it up in a post. That's Drake.
For sure.
Because I feel like people, especially on Instagram, they're going out of their way to look for your thing at that point. Like, it's either their friend sending it to them. Yeah. Because if it pops up on your feed on Instagram,
you're going to swipe right past it.
Yeah, exactly.
Where TikTok, people are more like, people actually go on TikTok to scroll.
Yeah.
Instagram, people go in there to go stalk people. They ain't on there just looking for stuff. They just there to stalk what she posted today, what he posted today, what he doing, where he at. Like, that's what they more into on Instagram. TikTok, oh, I'm bored, I'm eating cereal, let me just scroll around. So it's like a little bit different.
It's definitely a different incentive.
Way different.
I wanted to ask you, I saw you had a picture with Mike Tyson. What was it like meeting him? Oh,
that's a crazy story.
Yeah.
So I came in, right? The guy I was talking to you about earlier, Sean, whatever. Yeah, booked me like, oh, come to the event, come take a picture of the event we was at. I didn't know Mike Tyson was gonna be there. So I get there. So I'm kind of like rushing, because I was trying to, you know how you be in certain areas you can't find parking. Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to find parking. I eventually find one like 25 minutes later. So I'm late to the event now. I'm walking and rushing. I'm trying to go to my settings on my camera, trying to like fix the setting up, and the ISO speed and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I bump into like a brick wall.
Wow.
I hit the wall like boom. So I ran into somebody, and I'm like, oh shit, like. I'm like, oh shit, that's Mike. I'm like, what's up, Mike?
No
I get a picture,
way.
like, but when I ran into him so hard. But to him, he ain't moved nowhere. He was just still. But I felt like I hit a wall. It was like, so I'm like, yo, Mike about to knock me out. Like, Mike about to knock me out. Like, that's how I felt in the moment. And then I'm like, oh shit, that's Mike. And I'm like, yo, Mike, get a picture. And he was like, yeah, go ahead, come to get a picture. Go make it quick. Think might be. But then another thing I hate too is that people around the star be feeling like they bigger than the star.
Mm-hmm.
So when I ran into Mike and I was trying to get a picture of him, he's just like, oh, there's a kid, like he a fan, like he want to just get a picture. He like, yeah, let's do it. But the people around him like feel like they like Mike. They feel like, nah, don't come to work now. We don't want that. But it's like Mike just said, yeah, like I'm here for Mike. I'm not here for you. I don't know you from a can of paint. I like Mike. I'm a fan of Mike, craft and whatever Mike, accomplished. He's a legend. Mm-hmm. So I'm a fan of Mike. I'm not a fan of your security guard. Mm-hmm. Security guard saying no, Mike saying yeah. So it's like stuff like that. Like, but yeah, that was definitely a cool experience for sure. And then I asked him like a question. I was like, yo, like I'm a young entrepreneur coming up. Like, what advice you got for me? And then he was like, you're already here. And I'm like, what you mean by that? And he's like you're already here. Like, you're already doing it. Like, for you to be out here with your camera and you're out here hustling. You're already doing it. Just stay the course. And like that stuck with me. And that's another thing I do too. Like when I meet people, I don't meet them in a perspective of like being like too fanned out. I meet them in a way where it's like I want to get like the real, like, the real spill, like, was like, little advice or whatever. Like, I might ask the person, like, how you feel about this? Like, when I met Bobby Shmurda, I asked him, like, yo, like, give me advice on, like, what I got to do as a young entrepreneur. And he was like, yo, like, stay focused, always stay on top of, like, new trends and, like find a way to make the money that can make you the money while you sleep. Mm-hmm. And like I was always thinking about it before, like, you think about stuff, but when you hear it come from somebody at that level, it's like it gives you a different motivation, like a different push. So like that's what I try to look for when I meet those type of people. I want to get a little key insight, because sometimes hearing something from somebody else that is at a higher level, it gives you a different push than just hearing it on TV or hearing it from your mom or hearing from somebody else. Sometimes giving somebody that you kind of like, oh shit, that's so and so, it gives you like a different motivation. Like, I bet if a basketball player like her, like, work out at 6 a.m. from LeBron, I feel like it'll give him a different motivation than hearing it from me.
Yeah, because it's somebody that already reached where you want to go. Exactly, made it. Yeah. So it's like, why would you not listen to somebody who's at the point where you want to be at?
Yeah. And that's another kid. When I think of like eventually you're gonna get older and have kids and stuff like that, I'm trying to accomplish something like where it's like my kids can listen to me, because I feel like there's new age kids. This is the key for parenting in the future. I feel like for people that can becoming parents now, I feel like the kids back then listen to their parents no matter what. But I feel like nowadays, because of the media, the kids only listen to their parents if they feel like their parents is like an icon to them, or like, what I'm saying, like they look up to their parents in a certain way, or like that's when they feel like they listen back. Because I don't have some like neighbors like their kids running around, doing stuff and they might be just BS and not listen to their mom. But then when I talk to them, they like, oh shit, like, cause they know me, my neighbor, like, oh, that's Pway, that's mommy. So then I'd be like, yo, nah, don't do that. Like, yo, do this. Like, your dad just say da da da, and then they'll kind of like be like, okay, I got you. And they would be chill and listen. But that's because they're looking at me like, oh, he's been around this person, he's doing. So it gives them a little like, oh, I can listen to him. Versus like they just see their dad go to work, come home, and he don't really give them the motivation they need. So I feel like that's why I'm trying to get to the point where I could be at a higher level than what I am now. So when I do have kids, it's like he's like, oh, my dad accomplished this, my dad done this. He's like, it's like he's proud of me. Yeah, he's like, I'm the superhero. That's what I want to be for my kids too when I have kids, for sure.
I could definitely relate to that. That's why I spoke about it on other podcasts. I mean, that's why I go to the gym now, just so when I have kids, I could tell them be healthy, to the gym, and they could look at me. Wow, he's doing that.
He's doing it, so could follow after.
And then the same reason I started this, and I'm trying to build this business. So then, like, when I tell my kids, you could do whatever in the world, you could chase your dreams, and you could be successful. They could look at me as well and be like, all right,
exactly. Like imagine like roles would switch where now, like years from now, like you sitting over here and your kids interviewing you. Dude, you know what I'm saying? So.
Should make me want to cry.
Yeah,
bro.
hell yeah.
A true blessing for real.
Definitely.
But I wanted to ask, has there ever been anybody who like stole your skits pretty much, and how'd you feel about it if somebody like stole your skits? Yeah.
Yeah. When somebody steals my skit, I love it.
Yeah, because it's a great idea.
It's a good idea, and it's like everybody could steal your shoes, but everybody ain't gonna fill your shoes.
Yeah.
So they could steal the idea, because I get ideas from people all the time too. So I might take somebody's idea, and then sometimes I take the idea and their video only does 100K, but I could make their video and it could do 500K. Versus I could steal their idea and my video only does 10, but theirs did 7 million. So I feel like everything, like what's out there gotta be redone. Like you see somebody doing it, you gonna have to kind of imitate it, but just add your own little twist to it. So as long as you steal my video, but you give me credit for the video, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as you give me credit for the video, I don't really care. Yeah. Because I steal other people's video all the time. You gotta steal videos. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you have droughts where you don't think of nothing new, so you don't have to steal other people's video. So just make it a little bit where it's more like authentic, where it's more like you. Don't steal them word for word, but just take a little stuff out there for sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
I want to talk kind of like, because the people I grew up with, like when I was like 8 years old, like African and stuff like that, they still watch me now. Yeah. Because I used to be telling them like, yo, like one day I'm gonna come to America, like I'm a be an influencer, I'm gonna be around stars, and I'm gonna do this. And like from where we from, looking at that, they just look at me like, I'm like, this dude is crazy. Like, who the hell you think he is? Yeah. So now when they see me on the internet and they see that, like I'm like the people that they see on TV, like the Mike Tyson, and they see on TV, they see me take pictures next to him, stuff like that. Like that's like who I kind of like do it for, because it gives them like a motivation. Like, damn, he used to be right here with us, and it's like he's doing this. So like I try to like motivate them. Yeah, motivate not just the youth, but also motivate like the ones that because everybody dealt with different hands, but the ones that I've been in the same situation with back home, who now watching me, is like now I'm trying to motivate them, because like I told you this was gonna happen. So now it gives them like a motivation. Like, yo, if he said this, like I gotta believe myself. So
yeah, definitely. It's just like we said before. It's a real life example. Right. When you know somebody personally who's done it, who's achieved it, and then especially you seeing them from the bottom, when like you were at a point where probably didn't even have an iPhone yet, you know? Yeah, exactly. And you were already dreaming beyond what they could imagine. Yeah. So you showed them what having an imagination, dreaming, and then also believing in yourself, and in the process where it could get you to, and like that's got to be a feeling like no other. Yeah. And I feel that for some people, they've never gotten to experience that, because they just don't run into people that are like you and I in that sense, where they want to continue dreaming and then achieve it. Yeah. And honestly, I feel bad for them. Yeah. Because it's definitely a lot easier now. Imagine how many people you just motivated.
Yeah.
You know, to like, damn.
Because I got friends, and not just friends, but I got people who are even adults that tell me that I'm like, I motivate them. Mm-hmm. To me, that's big. Yeah. Like, I care more about that than like anything else, because like me motivating you kind of helped me motivate myself. Definitely. Because like now I feel like, oh, like you kind of like looking at what I'm doing, and you, so I can't go do no bullshit now. Like you actually paying attention to what I'm doing, so kind of give me like a little motivation, and stay the course a little bit.
Yeah, you got eyes on you now.
Eyes, yeah,
like
for sure.
What we talked about a little bit earlier too is like you have people dependent on you to be successful in the sense. Like they want to see you win, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit more responsibility on your shoulders. Yeah. And they want to see you pretty much create the dream that they know you've been
going after
since a youngin'. So. Yeah.
And I was telling my mom this too, like years ago. Like I was like, yo, like one day I'm gonna be my own boss. And then my mom was like she's like, yo, this kid is like, like different than all the. She's always telling me like, she's like, out of all the kids I had, like, it's just like the most different one. And I used to be telling her like, I'm gonna be somebody that everybody know that like might be in. Like, I'm gonna show you a video about this is a while ago. Yeah. Give me a quick second.
No worries.
Yeah, you tired, ain't you?
It's not even that I'm like actually tired. It just, since I have the headset on, and I know what I'm usually like on a podcast, I feel fried. Like I feel like my brain is just zapped.
Yeah, this somebody DM me from like Brazil.
We global now. I'm from Brazil, bro. Love your videos. Success, my dog, dude. That is inspiring.
So, that shit like that kind of motivate me. Or like the kids from like my neighborhood and stuff like that. Like that look up to me and stuff like that. So that for me, like, do it for the most part. And this is my last job I work. My last 9 to 5 I worked was 2023. We in 2025 years, so that's been 2 years. And that's what I said in the video. So now all I gotta do is be a baby. Yeah. So like,
that's sick. You were manifesting.
Yeah, I manifested. I was at a job. I used to go to the job every day and cry. Like, I used to be at the job every day crying. Like, damn, like this can't be my life. Man. I gotta find something where it's like I don't gotta be here. So then, cause I I feel like also too, like with certain jobs or stuff like that, it gets people. Some people want to be creative, but they so busy with work and stuff like that, they don't get the time to, like, even they get home from work, they tired, they don't get the time to really create. Because I got friends that still in that now, so it's like they don't, like, I'm trying to find a way where I could get everybody out that where they could kind of like still have their free time to kind of beat them and stuff like that. Because then I feel like you start to like lose yourself when you get too caught up in like your work life, and you don't get to like balance your own personal life. So like,
and it's honestly draining. I was in that situation in the beginning of the year. I mean, the job I had, nothing bad about it. It's just the situation I was in. It was draining me. Like, I don't know. Just I didn't feel that like wanting to do anything bigger, greater in the sense. And
you come to like become complacent.
Yeah, and then everybody around it was kind of like shooting my ideas down. Like, nah, they weren't taking me serious. Anytime I'm like, yo, this is a great idea. This is what I want to do. They weren't taking me serious. And they didn't see the vision I was building. So I felt like it was suffocating, man. I was just like, you know what? I need to get out of here and just surround myself.
I got fired from that job for saying I'm going to be my own boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was working that job. One of the managers like, oh, like, man, you always he's like, I think he was like, yo, you always thinking you run shit. And I'm like, cause he was trying to make me do some job that was not what I was here for. Like I was signed up for like a certain type of like part in the department. So he's trying to make me do some other stuff, and I'm like, I'm here for this because that's what you signed me up for. I'm not doing that. So when I said that, everybody there, they're like 30, 40, 50. They're like, ain't no way this young could just like talk to the big boss like that. But to me, your boss or not, you're like a regular person to me. I'm gonna look at you like a regular person. So then, I was telling him, I'm like, regardless, I'm gonna be my own boss. And then he goes, good luck with that. And that's what he told me. And I walked right out of the job.
Damn.
So then after that, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go start my own business.
They did you a favor then.
Yeah, they did me a favor. That's why I feel like everything happened for a reason, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, and I just want to say I'm not like for the audience, I'm not fried like because I did any drugs or anything. I'm fried because I told you I
was partying last night.
Yeah, I wish. I wish. No, I gotta get my sleep schedule on point. I definitely need to be more responsible.
That's what I've been working on now.
Yeah.
That's how I'm able to make it this time. If it was like probably like months ago, I probably would have been like super late because it's like I don't sleep on time. But then I started understanding how important sleep is. Like before, I didn't really care about sleep. I used to be like, oh, I'm gonna just do what I gotta do, and I sleep whenever I sleep. But then I understand how important it's because when you're tired, you really can't think, you really can't function. Like it messes up a lot of stuff for you. You don't be in a good mood. So then once I started learning that, like I'm like, I gotta make sure I get my sleep right. Make sure I get sleep right.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like that's why I look forward to start getting monetized in this aspect. So I don't need to take advantage of my sleep in the sense of get my sleep right. Hopefully, just be able to send my videos to an editor where he's cooking up,
and you can chill. Yeah, that's the key.
Yeah, because last night I was literally editing, and I just need to take advantage of the free time I have to edit just to make sure I stay on top of it. Because one thing I like to tell people that they might not see is like I edit a 2-hour podcast, sometimes 3 hours, closer to that. That takes me hours on end, and then I edit the shorts and stuff like that. They don't know the back end work, and then now I have videos that release every week, you know? So I need to make sure all that content is coming out every week, every day. And then on top of that, I'm also building a business, you know? I need to make sure my business is up and running. I need to make sure the 8 radio stations are up and running. Everybody else working for that. So it's definitely stressful, but I will say this. I'm completely blessed to be in the position I am, and it's a good type of stressful. Like I asked for this type of stress. You know, this is the stress
that's what you signed
I'd rather have. You know what I mean, than have a 9 to 5. Somebody tell me what to do in the sense of like he's stressing me out. I got to do this for him, and then I'm gonna stay up all night working for him to get the same paycheck. Like, it doesn't make no sense.
At least this one is your own benefit, your own growth for sure.
Exactly. So hopefully in the long run it pays off. I think it will, just because I have the mindset.
Now you gotta start saying it is. You can't say hopefully.
It is gonna pay off in the long run. I know it is. I feel like I've built the systems in place to have it pay off in the long run, and I'm continuing to build them day by day. And it's gonna pay off.
Well, definitely.
Were there any early role models in comedy for you when you first started?
Role models?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't think there's any role models. I watch Desi a lot.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say like role model. I'll say like, I wouldn't say I have a role model now.
Interesting. Would you say What would you say your friends and family thought about it when you first started off? When you barely had any followers.
My friends always knew that was me, so they
Yeah.
kind of like
Supported it.
supported it. You know what I'm saying? Like they already knew
Mhm.
that was already me. They like, yeah, that's something that he'll do. My family, they knew it was me too, but
Mhm.
you know, with family is more deeper than friends because with family, it's like not saying friends don't want the best for you. They definitely
Yeah.
do, but with friends, they kind of like let you figure yourself out. Where
Yeah.
family puts this thing on you where they think that like they know who you fully are. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
think they want you to be like this and be like that, but they don't know like you're growing every day. You're trying to figure yourself out as well. You know what I'm saying? So
Do you remember the first time you were making people laugh and you're like, I could do this? Or since the first day?
yeah, I've been making people laugh my whole life though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been making people laugh my whole life.
That's actually gonna be my
Yeah,
next question. Like, did you grow up as like the class clown? Like,
yeah, I've
where
always
you
been a class
always
clown.
had a good sense of
Yeah,
humor?
always.
Where do you think that comes from?
My parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my mom, my pops. Like
Yeah.
I feel like also the key to comedy
Mm-hmm.
is to know how to put on a character, but at the same time imitate people.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my parents like very good at imitating people. Like my pops can imitate somebody to like from what they do, how they do it, how they talk, everything. Like he knows how to do that. And my mom is the same exact way. So I feel like I get it from them. Really, like
Mm-hmm.
they act. Yeah, so I get it from them. My parents for sure. They
Uh,
funny as hell. Yeah,
That's cool. I can't even I mean I think my parents are whack. My dad's hilarious sometimes when
yeah.
my
My
mom
mom, my
seeing
parents,
together.
both my parents funny as hell. So
Yeah,
I got it from them.
whack in the sense of comedy. I love my parents. That's not saying anything about them, but comedy, they just don't make me laugh. So it would be
Yeah,
funny to have funny parents.
yeah.
It'd be a cool experience. But I wanted to end it off on this question.
Uh-huh.
If you had to tell somebody that's growing up right now and they wanted to start content creation and they wanted to start skits, either growing up or a grown man who just wants to start it, what should they do? How should they start? What's the way to go?
The first step I'll say is to like be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't go on a camera trying to be somebody that you're not. Like, be who you naturally are anyway.
Yeah.
And then, so that way, because I feel like when you're being yourself, you attract the right people towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Versus when you're being somebody you're not, you attract the wrong people towards you. So I'll say, like, first, be yourself first. That's the most important thing in anything. Be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So be yourself first, and then start by practicing being comfortable around others and be open to see different perspectives because your
Mm-hmm.
perspective ain't always gonna be right. So you always gotta be open to like seeing different perspectives of stuff, and then from there put those pieces together, and then kind of learn from other people as well, like collab with other people, and whether they're bigger than you or smaller than you, just
Mm-hmm.
collab with them. So you kind of pick up game on how to do certain stuff. So that's a key for sure. Like when I first started, I used to be in my room, like I used to have my camera and my mic, and I won't record nothing, but I just practice like I'm interviewing people. Like I talk to the wall. Hey, how you doing, man? This Pway. I used to be doing that back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I'm talking about for like hours though, like 2-3 hours just doing that.
Yeah.
I used to be walking in the room like, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? Like, why you talking to the wall? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like that made me practice it. So then I started going to New York a lot and interview people out there,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there it was easier for me to talk to strangers and stuff like that, because I wasn't always somebody that was able to talk to strangers. Like I could talk to people
Yeah.
if you're around me, or like if I knew you or I was comfortable around you or something like that. But just to walk up to a stranger and talk, like I didn't want to do that before. Nah, like
Yeah.
I wasn't that type of person. You know what I'm saying? So
It-
like I feel like doing content kind of helped me get to that level of being
Mhm.
able to talk to a stranger. Like years ago, I don't think I'd be on this podcast. I can't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but now it's like this is easy. I could do it.
Yeah, it's a skill you have to
Yeah,
develop.
yeah, develop. Yeah, and you develop it by like everybody different. Like I feel like I develop stuff through hands on. So you gotta
Mhm.
kind of like study yourself first. That's the key to content too. Know yourself too. Like I was saying, know yourself first, so that way you know what works best for you and what doesn't work for best for you.
Mhm.
Like for example, I'm not the type of person that would do a vlog recording myself like this, but I do a vlog where I'm the third party where you're recording me. Like I can't vlog like this. Like I
Yeah.
can't do that. But I'd rather be a vlog where it's like my cameraman recording me walking around talking to people doing stuff like that. That's more of
Mhm.
like my style. 'Cause that's I'm more comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find out what you more comfortable with, and then that's how you start. And then as you start going up and you're figuring different stuff, then you could branch out and open certain doors that you didn't have open before. But you always got to start from somewhere. So always start off by being yourself first. Then you're gonna find out, okay, oh, I do like this, or I do like this, or I do like that. Because you don't know what you like till you try it. So I feel like just, start off by being yourself, and then you're going to figure out what you might like by trying other stuff. That's the key.
I really like that advice. I want to thank you for coming by, brother.
Most definitely, man.
Like I appreciate you. Said before, man, I can't appreciate your time anymore. Like, I'm so grateful. I say this so many times, but it's because I truly am. Right. I'm so grateful for the people that come on here. I'm grateful for when you give me your time. It's truly amazing. It's been a great conversation. I want to apologize that
you're good.
I'm out of it and I'm a little bit more tired. Part 2 coming soon. Yeah. And that one I'm giving you my all. This one I gave you my all, but my all is definitely a lower percentage today just because of the lack of sleep I have. But next time I promise you I'll be energized. Maybe we run an afternoon session to make sure.
Yeah, afternoon session. Make sure you got your energy up.
But man, I mean, I can't wait for this one to go up because I think people are really gonna like hearing this side of you. You know,
yeah. Because I don't really open up like that to me.
Yeah, it's different from the skits, which is like,
for sure.
Why I really like the podcast because you always get to see another side of the creator.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Can't thank you enough.
Appreciate you.